Howdy, y'all, this is Losman here, and it's Sunday night, so that means it's time for another lazy Sunday Roundup. Alright, as we have seen, Halloween is past. No more Halloween until next year, but for I know many of y'all, Halloween never ends. You know, it just keeps going. It's a state of mind, it's a reason for being. And that being said, in my hometown of San Antonio, there was a huge celebration this weekend for Dia de los Muertos, which in the Mexican culture is Day of the Dead. It's a way to remember and honor those that have passed or deceased, and instead of treating death as kind of like a sad event, which well it is, we like to think back and remember on the memory of our relatives, and as long as we think of them and have them in our hearts, we feel that they're never really dead. They're just no longer with us, but we still have their memories, as evident in the movie Coco or Book of Life. So many cities with large Mexican citizens basically had nice little masks and costumes to wear, especially San Antonio. We had a big river parade, and we had a bunch of sugar skulls and a lot of sculptures and a lot of cool things to honor Day of the Dead. So, okay. All right. So, this past week, as I mentioned, Halloween went and passed. It was kind of a fun one because I spent the day. Well, after I got off work, I went to my local pub, enjoyed some brews, and hung out with some friends, and participated in a Halloween costume contest. I was dressed as a morgue. No, I was dressed as a plague doctor, but I also had my Dia de los Muertos mask, and actually that one got a little more traction on there, so it's pretty cool because it's a big deal around here. So, and of course, after that was over, we had the Dia de los Muertos events. Now, this today I went to another Comic Con that we had in the city. Apparently, we got a bunch of them, and this one used to be the biggest one in the city, but had some scandal, some events, occur that kind of reduced its size greatly. So basically, wasn't as big as last year's or the year before. So I did go to it, and there were some interesting guests. So I met Pollyanna McIntosh, who is known to most people as Jadis from The Walking Dead. Now, I know Pollyanna, or Polly. She said I can call her Polly. Delightful lady, by the way. She is a director. She had just put out a movie called Darlin, which is a movie that features her. And it's a sequel to a movie from about 6 or 7 years ago called The Woman. And in that movie, she plays a feral woman who basically is taken in by a family who, where the father has the idea that he's going to civilize her, but what he intends to do is far far worse. Now, like I said, it's a follow up movie. This one picks up with the woman and one of her charges, adopted daughter Darlin, and basically you get to see Darlin have to live in civilized society. She has some encounters with a number of people, and some interactions occur. It's a great movie. It's a good directorial debut for Miss McIntosh, and I did talk to her about it. I had her sign my copy of Tales of Halloween, Tales of Halloween, and I did mention how much I enjoyed the movie. So I'll be doing a review this week and linking it to her so that way she can share it with her other fans out there. Now, another guest that I met was Jack O'Halloran, who is known to most as the big tall guy in Superman 2. He was one of the three villains. You had Terrence Stamp, and you had the lady, and then you had Jack O'Halloran. He was known, I believe his name was Nam. He was the mute one. He didn't talk. He was just the big, intimidating looking guy. Now, he was also in a movie that came out also in the 80s, Dragnet, which was a movie with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks, which I really enjoyed. So when I saw that, I was like, hey, let me get a picture with him and an autograph. So I'll basically post, images of that if people are interested. Now, the other person I met, and this one was really, really wonderful, is a young actress. Her name is Giote Amge. She is known to most of us as Ma Petite from American Horror Story Freak Show. I will tell you this: if you go to my Twitter feed or my Instagram page, or even my Facebook, you'll see pictures of me, a picture of me with her. She is the tiniest, most adorable little lady. But let me just remind you: if you ever do meet her in person, do not treat her like a doll. Do not treat her like a child. She's an adult woman, very delightful lady. I said hi to her. I shook her hand, told her how much I appreciated her work on American Horror Story. I don't know how much English she understands, but she seemed receptive and she was very friendly. I mean, it was such a delight to meet her, and I got a nice picture with her too, so it was really good. I mean, basically, she made a huge impression on the fan base of American Horror Story, and I mean, she was probably the most popular character, so that was pretty fun. Now, the other things that I did since I was done with Halloween, I finished my 100 lists, so I've got 100 lists posted for 100 days to Halloween. Now, what I intend to do over the next couple of months is to go back and add to those lists. Basically, since a lot of them I just did pictures of the movie poster, for the list, but I'm going to do some descriptions and make them more complete. That way I can share them with people. I know a lot of people enjoy those lists that I do create. Now, today is Sunday. It is November, and we have probably 11 more months till Halloween, so we got another full year to look forward to. But that doesn't mean we can't celebrate horror movies. That being said, I will be doing another collection of Christmas horror movies this year. So there's 24 days to Christmas in December. I will see if I can try to knock out 24 movie reviews of 24 Christmas horror movies, which hopefully will contribute to my 300 movie list because I'm a little falling behind. I need to start catching up and get going on that. Light a fire under myself to watch some more movies. Now, also, today is Tom Savini's birthday. Tom Savini, if you're not familiar with, is a makeup artist. He's also a director, and he is basically known for being one of the best makeup artists out there. He created the makeup for Friday the 13th, the Jason, as well as many other movies. I believe he even created the creature in Creepshow. But he also directed the remake of Night of the Living Dead with Patricia Tallman and Tony Todd. Now, this upcoming May, when I go to Texas Frightmare Weekend, I will be meeting all of them, including some other members of their cast. So that's going to be pretty cool.